All right, so this is the video on multiplicity. Now, what multiplicity means is how many solutions are there. That's related to multiplicity. So I want us to think about this. How many solutions? Let's think about these three equations, right? And I want us to think about how many, to maybe make a prediction of how many solutions do you think each one has. Now, we're not going to factor these out and go through all of that. I'm just going to graph them and show you. So the x squared function has 2. That x cubed function has 3, and that x to the 4th function has 4. Now that's a really important concept that's coming up in 6.6, the number of total solutions. So right away we could maybe make a little bit of a guess there, right? Do all x squared functions have 2, all x cubeds have 3, all x cubeds have 4? But what about this? Here is an x squared function that only has one solution. It only equals 0 at one point, the vertex, right? Well, if I look a little closer at this, and I want to know where this equals 0, I could solve this by factoring, and I would get that this is x minus 3 and x minus 3, right? That multiplies to positive 9, adds to negative 6. So my solutions here, x equals positive 3 for this one, and positive 3 for this one. Whenever a factor repeats and you end up with the same number solving multiple factors, that's called that solution's multiplicity. So from here on out, we're going to include multiplicity in our answers, and we wouldn't answer like this, 3 and 3. What we would say is 3 with a multiplicity of 2, because there are 2 of them. So it would be 3m2, okay? And this pattern would continue if there were more x minus 3's. Like let's say that this was, let's say the factored form was this, where there were 3 of them. Well, then it would be 3 with a multiplicity of 3. If there were 4 of them, then it would be 3 with a multiplicity of 4, and so on and so forth, like that. Okay, so what is multiplicity? Multiplicity is the number of times a factor appears in a polynomial, or the solution to that factor appears in the polynomial. The number of solutions including multiplicity is the same as the degree. Can I just toss it to you?
Are you still recording?
Yep.
Bye.
See ya. Yeah, have a good weekend.
Hi to your students.
Yeah, I'm good. Yep. That was Mrs. Bonderson. I had to borrow her charger. Okay, so the number of solutions including the multiplicity is the same as the degree. So looking at this, solving and identifying multiplicity, how are we going to use multiplicity? Well, if it's an x to the 4th function, I know I've got 4 total solutions, including multiplicity. So let's factor this and solve it. X squared is a GCF, so I'll take out x squared. And what's left is x squared minus 6x plus 8 equals 0. Now, x squared, x is a factor, so I know that x equals 0 is a solution. And because it's x squared, it's really the same as x times x, right? So 0 is a solution twice. So 0 has a multiplicity of 2. So 0m2 for that one. Now I'll find the other 2 by factoring this. X squared, that would be a minus 4 and x plus 2 minus 2. And so my other 2 solutions, I've got 2 that are 0, 1 that is a positive 4, and 1 that is a positive 2. So 0 multiplicity of 2, 4 and 2 are my solutions, all 4 of them. 0 twice, 4 and 2 once. All right, this guy. A little bit of pre-work to do. We'll add 9x squared to both sides. And that gives us x to the 4th, minus 6x cubed plus 9x squared. Where does that equal 0? Again, I'm going to have 4 solutions, including multiplicity, because of that, that it's x to the 4th. All right, factor out an x squared from each of these, and I get x squared minus 6x plus 9. This should look familiar. I know that I've got 0 with a multiplicity of 2 already because x squared is a factor. And if I factor this, it is going to be x minus 3 and x minus 3. So I've got a positive 3 for that one, a positive 3 for that one. So I have 0 with a multiplicity of 2 and positive 3 with a multiplicity of 2. All right, continuing with our multiplicity examples. Let's see. So this one, it needs a little bit of work. Minus 18x on both sides. X squared minus 18x plus 81 equals 0. No GCF here, but look at this. Two numbers that multiply to a positive 81 and add to a negative 18 are minus 9 and minus 9. So this one has 9 as a solution twice, so that is 9 with a multiplicity of 2. This one, nice one. Two numbers multiply to 64, add to a negative 16 is minus 8 and minus 8. So that means that it is x equals positive 8 with a multiplicity of 2 because they're there twice. All right, so that's it for multiplicity. One more video on kind of doing this backwards, so check that one out.